Like most young lads who've just left home, this furry fella is getting used to a new life away from mum. Hamish is the only polar bear to be born in the UK in over a quarter of a century. And now he's a grown-up lad of nearly 3. He's moved some 400 miles south from the Scottish park where he grew up. And this is his new home at the Yorkshire Wildlife Park. It's one of the biggest polar bear enclosures in the world. It's about 10 acres. He's got a couple of lakes and a new best mate called Nobby. Nice bachelor pad, guys. Hamish refused an interview request, but his new human best friend says he's settling in well. Well, Josh, Hamish is right behind you, looking very relaxed. How's he actually getting on?
He's settling in really nicely, so as you can sort of see behind us here, he has paired up quite nicely with Nobby. At 2.5 years old, in the wild they'd break away from mum and find their own natural territory, so it's quite a natural process.
How do you go about transporting him all that way down here?
Well, as you can imagine, it's quite a lengthy procedure when it goes around to it. It's lots of training done by the keepers with the bears themselves. So Hamish was loaded up into a metal transportation crate onto the back of a lorry and then driven down here and then unloaded just over the far side there.
So he wasn't travelling by Uber then?
No, not quite for these guys. It's quite a large procedure, as you can imagine, with the weight of the bears themselves.
Hamish made world headlines when he arrived as a bundle of fluff back at the Highland Wildlife Park in 2017. But he has an important role to play. A recent study warned global warming could make the species extinct by the end of this century. Breeding programmes like this are essential. Hamish doesn't seem too bothered by his fame. A new pad and some playful guy time with Nobby in the pool are clearly the only bare necessities he needs. Steve Hargrave, 5 News.